Hi, I'm Randy Altman with postPerspective here at NAB 2014. I have Mark Ostlund from Cache here, and he's going to tell us a little bit about some new products that he has at the show.
Yeah, so some of our exciting news is we have a very nice big library that we've had up to 48 slots. Now we can go up to 560 slots. So with this library, it's called the Library 80 Plus. You start with an 80 slot base, so that's 200 terabytes of LTO6.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And when you fill that up, you can add an expansion chassis of another 200 terabytes and just keep on going.
So how many chassis can you add onto that?
You can add 6 for a total of 7. So that's 560 cartridges.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And they all link together, and the robot goes straight up through the middle. It's very fast. And we're very excited about that for our larger customers and customers who want all of their content nearline.
Okay. And you also have something called incremental archive?
Incremental archiving is a very powerful new feature that essentially lets you define a project, and it can live in multiple places on your network. It can be in multiple work groups, and they all are described in the template. You do that one time, and then when you archive that template, it will pull all those elements from the project, and the project is, maybe it's just the beginning. So as the project changes, maybe you're still in production, you're adding new content, each time you archive it, it will look at what it's already got, and it says, oh, here's something new, or here's something that changed, and it will archive just that. So when the project is complete, you're done. You don't archive when the project's over. You archive when you start it. Okay.
And it knows exactly what's new.
Yes.
And it only.
So traditionally, backup is protecting what's on your hard drives. That's one application. And archive is moving stuff off of your hard drives for long-term storage. We've combined both into our incremental archiving. So you're protecting what's on your SAN or NAS, and when you're done, you have an archive. You can get 1 file, 10 files, or the entire project back whenever you want it.
Sounds fantastic. Now, there's some other things that workflow templates. Did we get into that?
Yeah. So the workflow template is the basis for incremental archiving. You define the template, which is typically aligned with a certain project, but it could be an entire volume. It's just very flexible in
and
how
that's
you
what
set
allows
it up.
you. So you do that first, and that's what allows you to only take in the new data. Right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So do you want to talk about the sidecar?
Sure. Yeah. So we introduced a feature called Simulcopy, and what that is it allows the data to be read only one time, because each LTO drive is 160 megabytes, and that's a huge hit on your storage and switching infrastructure. So if you want 2 copies and you had to hit the source twice, that would be 320 megabytes. So you're taking down a lot of edit stations to do that.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we only read it once, and then when it gets over to the cache appliance, you can make 1, 2, 3, or 4 copies simultaneously in the time it would normally take to make one. So it's a big savings in resources. It's also a big savings in time. So if you were to do them sequentially, it might take you 15 hours to make 2 copies, whereas now you can make 2 copies in 8 hours, for example.
And that could go onto the LTO. That's LTO's. Which product can that attach to?
So the sidecar lets any ProCache customer add a second drive and take advantage of that Simulcopy feature.
Okay.
Or if you're only making 1 copy, you've got another drive that you can restore content from. So
Gotcha.
that's what the sidecar is.
Did we miss anything? Anything new that we haven't touched upon that's important?
The ProCache 610 is a new model,
Okay.
and that has a 10 gigabit Ethernet card in it, which is RJ45 and allows customers to take advantage of the new low-cost 10 gig e-switchers, which are now under $1,000 and are in the reach of a lot more post houses.
And a year ago, how much did that cost?
It's over $10,000.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And we still have our Power Cache, which is our high-end model. It's always been 10 gig E, but that's not RJ45. That's SFP Plus, which is fiber or copper.
Okay.
And you would use that more in an equipment room, whereas the RJ45 is more for an office environment or edit suites.
Gotcha. Fantastic. Well, thank you for coming and sharing the news about what you guys have here at
Okay,
the
well,
show.
thanks
I
for
appreciate
inviting
it.
me, and we're excited about a great NAB.
Yeah. Take care. Thanks,
Okay,
Mark.
thanks.